many of you guys have ever been in the ocean? Okay. Follow-up question, how many of you guys have ever seen the movie Jaws? No, like front to end, like not like little bits and pieces, the whole thing. Legit, okay. Alright. So today I'm just gonna kind of be informing you a little bit about like the background of that movie and also a little bit of kind of the trouble that it was to make the movie and then a little bit of how it affected people that watched it. And so a little bit of background, the movie was made in 1975 and it was directed by Steven Spielberg. And if you don't know who Steven Spielberg is, I'm really sorry. He's the greatest director ever. And so the movie is about, if you don't know, it's about a shark, and it's about a 25-foot great white shark that hunts, it kills people. It's like a shark that accidentally confuses, he knows what he's doing. So it terrorizes this small island, I guess. And so that's a little bit of background. Some of the trouble that it was to make, it was 1975, so you couldn't really add in a shark, like draw one in or whatever. They built 3 25-foot great white sharks, mechanical ones. 3 because they used one for the left side, and then one for the right side of the shark, and then one for just like a frontal if it was like coming towards the camera. So they filmed it in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean, which is unheard of nowadays because you just don't do that. And so when they tried the shark out in freshwater, it worked fine. But when they put it in the ocean, the salt and like all the stuff that was in the ocean messed up the shark, like messed up the mechanics of it. So the shark, legitimately, it never worked. They could never get it to work on time. They could never get it to work how they wanted it to. And so they basically had to find a way to film the movie. They had to find a way to film a shark movie without a shark. And so they just kind of used the camera to, like the camera was the shark's point of view, which kind of essentially made it a scarier movie in the long run. So that was kind of one of the troubles that they had to overcome for that. And also, Steven Spielberg, nobody even knew who he was then. And so nobody believed in the movie, no one thought the movie would be a good movie. And so nobody thought it would be as successful as it was. And also they were way over budget, way over schedule. So that was another thing that piled on. The last thing is kind of how it affected people. In 1975, no one really knew about sharks. No one knew what was in the ocean at that time. So to have this film about, a shark and, it actually going and killing people, it was terrifying to them because they just didn't know how else to think. They didn't know sharks didn't kill people on purpose, So it was something that really struck a chord with people, and people that watched it didn't go in the water for months or even years afterwards because they were so terrified. So it really affected how people, swam in the ocean. So that's how Jaws affected life.